So, our Nanazo tag team these last two remaining armors. After that, they're just going to head north so that they can get to the Ogre Hill Bridge. They arrive pretty much right on time. Fury unleashes the awesome of the Thief Sword, steals some cash from this pirate. She and Hoyland I did not send through the arena yet, because they didn't have the cash to buy the Elite Ring, and I figured I could get them close enough. Hoyland through grabbing villages, and Fury through thief-sorting pirates. I don't have quite enough manpower down here, now that Jamka is distracted by those mages. So I'm forced to have Lex nuke that Duke Knight, because otherwise it poses too much of a threat to both Lachesis and Bayo, who are fairly badly wounded. At this point, things are looking pretty good. Theoretically, if I was doing a strictly efficient playthrough, I could probably seize on this turn. However, Deirdre still has some staff work she needs to get done. So I'm just going to have Quan kill that bishop for surprisingly good XP, even though it didn't attack. He'll head south to prepare for the Cross Knight Rush. Everybody else will just focus on cleaning up all of the scraps. So right there, Mitter's actually positioning himself so that the bow armor will attack him on the enemy phase. If I'd moved him one further south, even though the display says the bow armor could reach him, it decides to change its mind and attack Quan. Don't know why. Actually, on a strictly efficient playthrough, I probably could have seized the previous turn. Now that I think about it. Maybe even sooner if I was leveraging Sylvia to advance the team instead of advance the XP. Alright, so this is the final warp. This will cap her level and top her off. So Fury goes ahead, kills that pirate, stops the burning. She's rather at low health now, but with the Thief Sword, her avoid versus axes is incredible, so I'm still not concerned. Stu and Levin also get to work on saving villages from burning, death, and destruction. They do an excellent job. Originally I was contemplating getting Holland all the way to the village before the Cross Knights arrived, but that just didn't turn out to be feasible, so now the whole westward team are going to retreat. But Sylvia has a quick step into the arena here, because she'd healed up into perfect turret range and manages to take down level 4. So now Deirdre gets to sew and repair and sew the final bit of item manipulation that she needs to get done before she disappears forever. So these are her final stats. I'll let you take a peek at them. I also record them for my benefit. Alex softens the ballista captain so Finn can take the kill. It's really not worth that much experience to either of them, but I still want Finn to hit level 20 so he can promote before Gen 2. I neglected him perhaps a little too much in chapters 1 and 2, so he's got a little bit of work cut out for him here, but he'll manage. Originally I'd been intending to use the return staff on Lex, but I misclicked. Decided I would just return him next turn, and everything would be pretty much the same. So Sigurd grabs the Thunder Sword, which replaces the javelin he had been using, and in fact is superior to it in some ways, particularly attack speed. That said, Sigurd's magic stat is nothing to write home about, so maybe I will have him and Fury switch for Chapter 4. However, it simply wasn't possible this time because Fury needed to take out those mages. So that was the idea behind that. Turn 6 C's. Cross Knights assemble. And we're into part 2. So we're doing a little positioning here. Sylvia can actually reach the square where Lex is, so she'll pop out, refresh the healers, and I think I also have Quan sit there, yes. I remember to send her out, get the dance done. I Fury thief from this other pirate, And she's also going to visit this village. Get some delicious +3 strength from it, in addition to a little more gold. Now, despite what you might think, it's not really necessary to use Return on Sigurd. He has more than enough time to reach Silvale. In fact, I even need to delay the Silvale Siege a couple of turns in order for the Draco Knight mid-boss with the life ring to get close enough to kill. Now, as I mentioned before, I want Ethlyn to have the return staff for this chapter, due to her massive move advantage and the fact that she needs to be in multiple different places. So that's why I send Lachesis to go get inside the castle so they can make their swap next turn. The idea was to have Quan Javelin tank all of those Cross Knights, but I forgot that Quan's defense was simply too manly, and all of the Cross Knights cowered in fear of him. As you'll see here, they just decide, well, give Quan a wide berth and pile up over to the west. I guess I can't say I blame them. If I were a Cross Knight, I wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe with Quan. Get in some more staff practice with Lachesis, which is always a good thing. Move the remainder of my North Knights south. As I mentioned before, Fury with the Thief's Sword has enough avoid that I'm not concerned about sending her to fight another pirate. It would have been nice if that javelin throw would have connected, but it's really not necessary. Do an 11 combination, make short work of this pirate here. Well, it's mostly 11, but do steals its money, which is important. So this will be the first instance where I would kind of regret not having the Knight Ring on Sylvia. But she doesn't really have anywhere to go after dancing. Because the Cross Knights, I still need to wait for them to come so I can annihilate them all on player phase anyway. So Ethlyn is going to head east here. She wants to return Ideen after she accomplishes her staff pickup. Once Ideen is back in main base, she can pick up the warp that Deirdre left behind and be kind of a waylay point, so that when Ethlyn returns people from Silvale, she can warp them to Medino. Oh yeah, I should mention that whenever I bring up that unit list at the end of the chapter, it's mostly for my own benefit, making sure I didn't forget people. Like poor Jamka here almost forgot to kill that pirate, which I kind of wanted him to do. Midel gets in yet again some great enemy phase action here, cleaning up some Cross Knights. Well, he only kills 2 of them. He also severely wounds another pair, and that just helps immensely.